it called the tool. So this is agentic behavior. So it decided that it needed to trigger this tool or this function. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am JC. I am a Voiceflow expert. And on this video, I'm going to show you how to integrate MailerLite into your project in case you want to manage your subscribers to your newsletter or something similar. The first thing I'm going to build is or to show you is a legacy type of build with steps and blocks and the functions here on the canvas. But at the end of the video, I want to show you also how to do this with an agent step. So make sure to watch until the end or skip it if you want to. So let's get into it. Okay, first, what we are going to do is to do a bit of housekeeping regarding MailerLite. So I already created my account. I guess that if you are watching this video is because most likely you already have a MailerLite account and a newsletter. So you know how to navigate the dashboard. But if you want to sign up, it's quite easy. It just takes a few minutes. So once you are here, the first thing we are going to do is to go into the integrations. So we are going to create like an API key to connect to MailerLite through the API as normal. So the MailerLite API is quite good actually. So if you go to getting started, you can read a lot of this stuff here, more technical, of course, like the authentication, like versioning, validation errors, everything that you need or you get from a normal API. But you don't need to worry about this. You actually don't need to do any of this. It's just only if you need to customize it. We are going to work with the create subscriber endpoint and with the fetch a subscriber for the template. So yeah, here's where you get all the information. The functions that I created on the template has all of are already wrapped in this API, so you don't need to worry about this with the template. So let's continue. So for the API, we go here, we say, yes, I want to use. I already created one, but let's do from scratch. So for this one, I'm going to put YouTube. And then here, I'm going to say yes, all allowed. And then, yeah, I have read. You should read this or pass this on to your legal team, create a token. So this will create a token here. You copy this one. Then you go back to Voiceflow, you go to here settings, and then secrets. So what we are going to do is to name this first, MailerLite API key, and then, okay, we paste here the value, and that's good. Create secret. And yeah, that's all what we need to do regarding housekeeping for now. We are going to use this token in the project now, but yeah, on MailerLite, that's all. So let's go now to the places where we need to update this. So here, for example, we need to bring in the variables. We select secrets, and then we click on MailerLite API key. And then you also go here and on the create subscriber, you click here. Again, you put the secrets, MailerLite API key, and that's it. So you need to do this because the template won't have these values for you. The variables are not copy or cloned. So make sure to do this step first, set the API key the right way. Once we get into the agent, I will show you how to do that as well in that part. But for this build, or like for this moment, do this in these two steps, like in the fetch subscriber, and then a little bit to the right in the create subscriber function. Make sure to do this. All right, so I will give you a bit of a tour now about this build. Okay, there is one more thing we need to do regarding MailerLite. So what I created on the template is that you can add the subscriber to a group, and the function allows you to add the subscriber to a group. And for that, we need the group ID. So let's go to MailerLite. We have here subscribers. You click on groups, and then you land on your group list. If you already have one, then you can use that. But I think it's good to add them to a new one so you know how many people are being signed up from your Voiceflow project. So yeah, you can use this. YouTube, you put the name that you want here. You could also modify the function to add to different groups, but yeah, for the time being, the function only allows to have one group. So yeah, we are going to do that now. So view group, we need the ID of this group. So the easiest way that I found to get that ID is from the URL. So if you click on the URL and then you go at the end of the URL, you're going to see group equals a number. So copy that, and then we come back here, we click on this set step, we go on this one, we set this as a string. Okay, so that's good. Make sure it is a string. If you use a number, you're going to get weird behaviors. So that's all what we need to set the group ID. All right. Okay, before explaining how the flow is built, I would like to talk about the use case. So I put here what I think is kind of a good example for the video and for the demo. So the idea would be to check if the user is a subscriber. Then we are going to ask if they want to subscribe. Then we are going to, if they say yes, we are going to create a subscriber. So the check subscriber is an API call, create subscriber is another API call, and then we get into starting the conversation with an agent step. So let's see how this looks like first as a demo. So we run tests. We are going to get ask for the email. So yeah, example.com, that works. We can see here in the subscribers that there are no subscribers right now, but yeah, the agent or like the bot here which says, would you like to subscribe? So let's say yes, please. We are going to yeah, ask for the first name. So let's put JC, and then this should ideally create the subscriber on the newsletter, like on MailerLite. So we can go here. Let's see if I can get refresh this easily. So let's see, subscriber, one subscriber, jcexample.com. If we click on this one, we are also going to see that I was added to the group YouTube as we wanted. So that is how the flow looks. Then if we start all over again, because the user comes back in another moment, and we say, hey, we provide this template, the email. So it goes through again, but at this time it should welcome with a personalized message. So yeah, that works. That's how we can use this template to personalize the communication, because the name, we have it already on MailerLite. So yeah, that's how it works. Okay, now that we saw how the demo works, I'm going to show you a real quick how this flow looks like, because I think we don't want, or we don't need to put too much energy and attention to it, because the agent, we are going to see how the bill is heavily improved with the agent step. But yeah, just to give you a rundown here. So we capture the email with the capture step. We use the functions. You can import the template, and then the functions are going to be already on your Voiceflow account or your Voiceflow project. Here, what we want to do is to fetch the subscriber using the email. So we put the email, and then we get the data in this MailerLite sub data, and then we use that information. Or if it's like a no found, we go to this other branch. Then here on the process data, we have this little script that you don't need to care about too much, but essentially here is where we get the name. So with that, we go into the welcome message, yeah, customized with the name, and then essentially it goes into the agent step. So the agent step doesn't have nothing fancy, I would say, just a normal prompt of you need to capture visitors and then respond to their questions. But that's pretty much. On the not found path, quite straightforward as well. A simple message. We ask with a capture, with the choice step, yes or no. So you can type, but you can also, as we saw, click on the buttons. And then we get the first name as well with a capture step. And then we get into the other function, create a subscriber. So this one will be probably like the one that you would or might need to customize if you want to pass more data onto this function. I'm not going to do that in the video right now to explain everything that you need to do, but essentially you need to create here like a new input variable, and then you customize down here uh, how is used, and here how is put into the payload. So that's a quick view on that. If you need help with that, ChatGPT or Claude are pretty good into it. So you can copy this function, pass it to your favorite AI model, and then ask, hey, I want to add the last name. I want to add the other field, or like even a custom field. Make sure to read the documentation if you need to do so, because I put it here where exactly you need to go to customize or to learn about the API. But with that, essentially we go again into the agent step, that is the lead capture step. So that's pretty much very simplistic as a demo. Here it is just to show you how to use the different functions. If you need to use this in the project this way as a flow based or deterministic way. But yeah, let's get into the agent. That's quite interesting. Okay, so now let's take a look at how the function can be integrated into the agent step. So if you are not familiar with the agent step, is the way moving forward with Voiceflow building. I put the other flow and the other example just to be, let's say, legacy friendly with the template. But yeah, moving forward is going to be more with agent and agent. So yes, that's what we are going to use for this one. It's not going to be the same use case. We are not going to do the fetch subscriber first and then check if we have it already or not, because yeah, you already saw how that works. I'm going to go straight to the subscriber agent and then see how this create subscriber function can be integrated into the agent. So let's get into it. So I'm going to copy these two. I can do with the keyword, but let's do right click, copy, and then we go to the main flow here, like the main workflow home. I'm going to paste again with the right click. Yeah, paste. We put some order here. So let's align on this one. So from the init variable of the group, we still need that because the function needs that information. So I'm going to paste here. And with that, we just route the conversation to this subscriber agent. And then we do an exit just to go to the same lead capture agent that we saw before. So before we test this, we need to add the API key as we did before. So make sure to also do this if you want to use this agent, because the template doesn't have the API key. It's going to hallucinate it if you don't do this, and then you're not going to see the results. But yeah, we need to bring the secret here again, secrets, and then MailerLite API key. And then I'm going to mention a couple of things here on this agent, but with that, we should be able to test this out. So let's click run here. As you saw, we only have like one subscriber now from the previous demo. Click run test, and then we are going to start with a different conversation than before, because this agent, like the templates or like the prompt, is to get into right away with offering like the sign up, AI news, expert tips, exclusive content. So now it's asking like, would you like to subscribe? So let's say yes, and this is, we are still here as you see, still on the same node. That's fantastic. What's your first name? So for this one, we're going to go with Jane. We get into the second question, which is like the email address. So perfect, Jane. Nice to meet you. Now I just need one more thing. So let's put example.com, and then we hit enter. Well, yeah, X Maple. So then it's going to take probably a little bit longer because it's thinking, it's reasoning what it should do with this information. Hopefully we get to see some of the magic there. Let's take a look. So yeah, welcome to Moonside Jane. You are all set. Your subscription has been successfully created. Let's confirm that, or let's see if this is not a hallucination. Let's click reload, and then we get two. So yeah, it was created Jane X Maple, and then we also see that, yeah, again, is also created on the YouTube. So that is quite interesting, quite powerful, because then what we see now is that the agent clicked or like exit on this path, and then is on the lead capture step here, and then we can, yeah, let's type right, thanks. So now we are on the lead capture, yeah, step here. So it's saying you're so welcome, I'm thrilled, yeah, it's continue with the conversation. But the interesting part here, and let me show you, we get to see how the logic worked. So this is all the template right here. And then we get to, okay, after it said, I'm going to process that information. After I put the email, I started to do its work. So this is all the prompt. At some point, it created one message, and we're there on the agent step. Perfect. Let me get you subscribe right away, Jane. And then when it put that message, it called the tool. So this is agentic behavior. So it decided that it needed to trigger this tool or this function, and then it created like the actual subscription. So you can see like the data that it passed on, and then the output variable. So this is the ID of the contact. Like we didn't saw that before, but we have that as well. So that's pretty much like the rest of the promise there. But then, yeah, you saw how then it worked with the tool. So trigger the tool by itself. I didn't, yeah, explicitly put it on the flow. We are going to now take a look on the instructions of the agent if you need to customize it and how that was possible. But yeah, I think this is quite, yeah, powerful. And this is going to be the way moving forward with Voiceflow and with the AI in general. So yes, let's get into the next part. Next, we can talk about like how that worked in the agent. So let's get into this step, edit agent, and let's see how that was possible. So here we have the prompt or like the instruction for the agent. I'm going to talk a couple of things there. But yeah, we get into the tools, so you can add more tools to agent, and many of them. But yeah, for this one, we are going to use MailerLite create subscriber, the same function, exactly the same function that we had on the flow for the first example. But yeah, here is used by the agent itself. So here, as we see, we have like the same inputs, API key, group ID, email, and name. The difference is now, as we see here. So these are value provided. We put the API key in the previous section. We also have the group ID from the variable that we connected, but then the email and the name, we don't have a capture step. Give me your email, capture step, and then goes to the next one. We let the agent decide and then give the instructions to collect this from the user. So that's yeah, that's basically agentic behavior. Like it's going to, as it says here, like if no default value is provided, the LLM will ask the user to provide the information for this variable. So that's why it's quite powerful, and it works pretty good, because then we let the LLM or the agent decide. And I'm using Claude for all the, yeah, AI steps. But yeah, GPT, like the OpenAI models, are also pretty good on this. I haven't tested that much like the other models, but every LLM works very good with this agent step in this way. So yeah, is what makes it quite interesting. Same for the name. It's going to ask like first name of the subscriber as the function documentation. But yeah, this is going to be captured and collected by the agent. And the other thing interesting is like the path. So the path is like, okay, we want to exit out of this agent somehow, for this use case. So we need to we need to trigger the exit, and we do it with just more instructions, LLM prompting here. So trigger this when the user is subscribed or to the newsletter, or when they say they don't want to subscribe. So we didn't test that, but you can test that as well on the template if you want to. And yeah, record variables are other things we are not going to cover, but also quite powerful as well and quite flexible. And on the prompt side, yeah, it's kind of normal prompt, nothing too fancy either. But yeah, step one, newsletter invitation. Step two, handle the response. So here's where, okay, we have the instructions of if they say yes, we first collect the first name and the email address. And once we have that, trigger the tool. So here's the simple instruction that I'm using to trigger that tool and to make the agent work with agentic capabilities. That's all. That's all. That's the magic. So if we go into the if they say no, trigger the exit path. Then for the last part is like, okay, information collection. Here we'll say yeah, the information collection instructions. So what's your name and so on. But then we get into the completion, and then we also put trigger the exit path on this one again. So to give it more instruction on how it works. But yeah, that's all. That's what makes it quite interesting and quite powerful to work with this agent, because it's basically you are given just instructions, and then the agent is deciding how to do it and when to do it and what information needs to pass to the tools. And then we could also see for the other function, like gets the information from the subscriber and use it as the name as we saw. But yeah, this is how it works, and it's quite magical. So let's get into the last one. All right, everyone. I think that's all for this one. I think it was quite interesting to see how this agent step work with the MailerLite integration. I hope it was helpful, that you learned something about it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. But that's all for this one. Thank you for watching, and I see you on the next one. Bye bye.